Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Adena Springs, BC2A Paste, Bevins Motor Company, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, GLC 5500, Gainesway, Keeneland, Lanes Inn, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Spendthrift Farm, Thoroughbred Times, and Woods Edge Farm.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring 9 graded stakes run over Belmont weekend, including redemption for a top 3-year-old colt in the 144th edition of the Belmont Stakes. We begin on Belmont Stakes Eve with the Grade 2 Brooklyn Handicap. Redeemed, the 2-to-1 favorite. Tom Durkin picks up the call.
5 furlongs left. Redeemed still in front. He's run 3/4 and 1, 12 2/5 seconds. Kentucky Rain is still on the chase. Arthur's Tail looms down on the inside. El Doffer's coming up on the outside now. There goes El Doffer. They're moving sharply. Bird Run is fading. On the far turn with 3.5 furlongs remaining, it is Redeemed in front. El Doffer poised second on the outside. Arthur's Tail full out now, but he's still 4 lengths behind. Redeemed is still going strong up there in front. Not Abroad is fourth, and well back are the rest of the field. Pratereo is a distant 5th as the field turns for home with Redeemed and El Doffer 1-2 entering the stretch. Arthur's Tail is 3rd, Not Abroad is 4th. They're entering the final furlong, and Redeemed and Ramon Dominguez are pulling away from the field. They've been in front every step of the way of this 1.5 miles, and they're going to do it here with a big win in the Brooklyn. El Doffer finishing second, coming down to the line. Redeemed was a much the best winner.
Favored Redeemed draws off to defeat long shot El Doffer by 10 lengths. Ramon Dominguez, the winning jockey, in 2:28 and 4, a 1:08 brisk speed rating. Redeemed now 4 for 5 at Belmont Park, including a 9 3/4 length victory in the off-the-turf Milicia Stakes in his latest. The 4-year-old colt by Include was bred in Virginia by Morgan's Ford Farm and was a $50,000 yearling. Trained by Rick Dutrow, Redeemed has won or placed in 6 stakes and has earned $712,000 for JMS Stable. Sprinters on the Belmont Stakes undercard and the Grade 2 True North Handicap. Caixa Electronica, the 3-to-1 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
A wild first quarter of 21 4/5 seconds by Pacific Ocean. And Giant Ryan right up there, just a neck behind in second. Justin PHILLIP out there on the outside. Crossbow in behind them. A break of another 5 back to Amazing Destiny. Then farther back, Smiling Tiger's just starting to get underway, but he's already 12 lengths behind as the field comes off a 1/2 mile of 44 2. Top of the stretch, Giant Ryan, a narrow lead. Justin PHILLIP to the attack as they come down to the last furlong. Amazing Destiny looking for a way through. Crossbow down toward the inside. Smiling Tiger and Caixa Electronica, they're coming on fast. Justin PHILLIP is the one to catch. Caixa Electronica with an amazing finish. Oh, he won!
Favored Caixa Electronica, the last to first winner by 3/4 over Justin PHILLIP. Javier Castellano up in 1:09 and 2. Caixa Electronica has won or placed in 11 stakes since being claimed by his current connections for $62,500 15 months ago. The Todd Pletcher trainee stretched out to take the Grade 2 Charlestown Classic in April, but he was a distant 4th in the Grade 1 Metropolitan Handicap in his latest. The 7-year-old horse by Aro Manches was bred in Kentucky by Richard Rowan. Caixa Electronica has banked $1,395,000, including just over $1.1 million since being claimed by Rapoli Stable. Watch Thoroughbred Week online on the Keeneland website at Keeneland.com. Click on the sales banner, then select Video and Thoroughbred Week. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 2 Woody Stevens Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin with turf fillies at Hollywood Park in the Grade 2 Honeymoon Handicap. Lady of Shamrock, the 1-2 favorite. Vic Stauffer has the call.
Long face to the half-mile pole, 2 lengths from Trois Oriole and a closer Stormy Lucy through at the rail. My Gigi is 4th now and about 5 off the lead, and Lady of Shamrock is the trailer. She's traveling comfortably, 5 lengths behind, but again, she's going to have to close into fresh horses as they leave the backstretch. Long face is the leader. Trois Oriole is closer now in 2nd, and she comes to put pressure on towards the quarter pole. Long face only a neck in front. Trois Oriole now on the full attack, and she draws even at the top of the stretch. Stormy Lucy, the rail opens for her. My Gigi to the outside. Lady of Shamrock is still last and 3 lengths behind, going to swing to the outside, and Stormy Lucy takes the lead. My Gigi, Lady of Shamrock is closing now, but still 2 behind My Gigi. My Gigi takes the lead. Lady of Shamrock to the outside. My Gigi, Lady of Shamrock.
And let's take another look at that photo finish. As Stormy Lucy begins to fade along the rail, it's My Gigi taking the lead under 116 pounds and Rafael Bejarano. Odds-on favorite Lady of Shamrock closing rapidly on the outside, toting high weight of 123 pounds and Alonso Quinones. But My Gigi holds on to take the photo by a nose. Stormy Lucy has to settle for 3rd. Keeneland Sells graduate My Gigi clocked in 149-1. Formerly trained by Al Cates and Brian Corner, My Gigi was making her 2nd start out of the barn of Peter Urton and gets her 1st stakes victory. She just missed in her latest when she was on the losing end of a photo finish in the Grade 3 Senorita Stakes. The filly by E. Dubai was bred in Kentucky by Darley. Majority interest in the winner was acquired by her current connections as a 2-year-old. Now owned by Dennis Conner, Lloyd DeBriker, and Wade Jacobson, My Gigi has earned $157,000. The filly was consigned by Blue Water Sales to the 2010 Keeneland September yearling sale, where she was originally purchased by John A. Prather Jr. for $6,500. Grade 2 honeymoon handicap winner My Gigi, the Keeneland Sells graduate of the week. To Belmont Park for the Grade 2 Woody Stevens Stakes. Triniberg, the 5-2 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
They run a half here in 44 3/5 seconds. Moving toward the top of the stretch. Triniberg and Currency Swap 1-2 at the quarter pole. Il Volano's all out, but he's not dropped 3 lengths from the lead. Back running in 3rd. And Isn't He Clever is 4th. And then the arrow, Bourbon Courage down inside. Harden Wildcat making a late bid coming on through toward the inside. But with 1 furlong to go, it's Triniberg. Triniberg on top by 2.5 lengths. Currency Swap giving his best, but he's still 2nd as they come down to the line. Il Volano was 3rd and Harden Wildcat. Triniberg couldn't get in the Derby, but he got it here at Belmont and the Woody Stevens.
Favored Triniberg, the front-running winner by a length and 3/4 over Currency Swap. Willie Martinez aboard the OBS Sells graduate in 122-1. Winner of the Grade 3 Swell Stakes and the Grade 3 Bayshore Stakes in his first 2 starts this year, Triniberg cuts back to 7 furlongs after fading to 17th in the Kentucky Derby. The colt by Teufelsberg was bred in Kentucky by J.M. Stables Incorporated and was a $21,000 OBS April 2-year-old. Trained by Bisnath Parbu, Triniberg has earned $581,000 for Shivananda Racing. Lanes End would like to congratulate the Wyeth family and the other connections of Union Rags, impressive winner of the historic Belmont Stakes. Union Rags was sired with the late beloved Lanes End stallion, Dixie Union. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with turf racing in this segment. We begin at Belmont Park with fillies and mares in the Grade 1 Just a Game Stakes. Winter Memories, the 11-10 favorite. Tom Durkin has the call.
Tappett's Flies run an opening half mile in 46 2/5 seconds. Tracked intently all the way by Wallace. Dancing in Her Dreams has lost a bit of ground, now running along in 3rd. And then looms Winter Memories. On the outside, she's 4th and still gaining ground. Hungry Allen's going to follow her into the stretch. And Sylvester's down inside as the field turns for home. Tappett's Fly still on top. Wallace is 2nd. And here comes Winter Memories with her run. Hungry Allen following her into the final furlong. Tappett's Fly is still there. Winter Memories trying to mow her down as they come to the final 16th. Tappett's Fly very strong as they come down to the finish. Winter Memories is 2nd. Hungry Allen is 3rd. And Tappett's Fly, brilliantly ridden by Ramon Dominguez, is the winner by 2.5 lengths.
Taffet's Fly by Gainesway Stallion Taffet, the front-running winner officially by 2 1/4 over Winter Memories. Ramon Dominguez aboard in stakes record 132-1. Winner of the Grade 2 Honey Fox Stakes at Gulfstream Park in March, Taffet's Fly becomes the latest Grade 1 winner for her sire. Third in the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley Stakes at Keeneland, the Dale Romans trainee was coming off a second-place finish in the Grade 2 Churchill Distaff Turf Mile. The 5-year-old mare was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Frank L. Jones Jr. Taffet's Fly has earned nearly $1,254,000. Male turf horses in the Grade 2 Monmouth Stakes. Data Link, the 3 to 5 favorite. Ken Workington has the call.
46-2. It's a demanding clip here. Precious Passion in front. And now Stormy gets a bit closer, and so does Get Serious between horses. Yummy with Butter fourth on the outside. Mahubo right there on the inside. And Data Link is just 2 3/4 from the lead here, but has to do some work now. Then it's Roman Tiger. Stay around the far turn. 1-10-1. Stern Fraction so far on the inside. It's Get Serious on the outside. Get Stormy. Get Stormy strikes the lead. Get Stormy, Get Serious up on the far outside. Data Link putting in the late run now with John Velasquez between horses. Mahubo. It is Get Stormy. Data Link on the outside, a measured move. And it's the 3 to 5 favorite, Data Link. Data Link in the Monmouth Stakes.
Odds-on favorite Data Link by Claiborne Farm Stallion Warfront, the last to first winner by a length over Get Stormy. John Velasquez caps off the weekend with another graded stakes victory. Time of the race 1:45-4. 12-1 winner of the Grade 1 Makers 46 Mile at Keeneland. Data Link was coming off a troubled 5th place finish in the Grade 1 Woodford Reserve Turf Classic at Churchill Downs. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Stuart S. Janney III. Trained by Shug McGahee, Data Link has earned $451,000. Data Link paid $320 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Back to Belmont Park for the Grade 1 Manhattan Handicap. Hudson Steel, the 2-1 favorite. Once again, here's Tom Durkin.
The field makes their turn into the backstretch run here. The opening quarter was 24 3/5 seconds, and the leader is still Hudson Steel with only mild pressure from BODIE. Brilliant Speed is up close to this pace. The pace is pretty ordinary. 49-2 was the opening half mile. Desert Blanc on hold, fourth and saving ground. Sumayed, Al-Khali, and Boisterous still at the back of the pack, but they're not far away from this leader as they continue for the far turn. And the leader is still Hudson Steel. BODIE locked onto him second. Down on the inside, Desert Blanc continues a ground-saving Journey Wild third. 3/4 was 1:13-3. It's a tight pack that enters the far turn. Sumayed making a sweeping 4-mile move. And now the cadence is quickening. They're starting to sprint now with 3 furlongs to go. It's BODIE. Brilliant Speed on the outside. Holding a narrow lead still is Hudson Steel down toward the rail. Desert Blanc looms in behind him, looking for a way through. Then Sumayed and Boisterous and Al-Khali. Top of the stretch. Hudson Steel still there as they enter the final furlong. Hudson Steel strides away to lead by 2. Here comes Desert Blanc. Desert Blanc trying to get off the inside. Now he's got some running room. Hudson Steel to catch. Desert Blanc and BODIE. Desert Blanc and BODIE now. BODIE, Desert Blanc, Boisterous late. Here's the wire. Photo finish, heads up and down.
Another photo finish on the Belmont Stakes card. As favored Hudson Steel begins to fade along the rail, it's Desert Blanc taking the lead between horses with Ramon Dominguez up. BODIE and Rosina Proplik closing rapidly on the outside. But Desert Blanc holds on to take the photo by a nose. Boisterous takes another photo for show. The second Grade 1 winner on the card for Dominguez. Time of the race 1:59-3. A listed stakes winner and Group 3 placed in France last year, Desert Blanc finished second to Boisterous in his U.S. debut, the Grade 3 Fort Marcy Handicap. Formerly trained by Pascal Barry, the English-bred 4-year-old colt by Desert Style is now in the barn of Chad Brown. Imported by Swift Thoroughbreds, Mackey Racing, and Vintage Thoroughbreds, Desert Blanc has earned $428,000. Ramon Dominguez with the safe ride of the week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Hollywood Park for the Grade 1 Charles Whittingham Memorial Handicap. Even money favorite Acclamation attempting to win this race for the third consecutive year. Vic Stauffer has the call.
Acclamation turns into the backstretch, 2.5 or 3 lengths in front. Barney Rebel is second. Slim Shady is now third, and he's actually closer now. Slim Shady is at the rail in third and 3.5 from the front. Utopian's guided to the center of the turf course. He's got 4 to make up. Juniper Pass just inside of him. Much closer order now as they run towards the half-mile pole, and Acclamation has been uncontested throughout. Acclamation goes into the far turn. He is a length and a quarter in front of Barney Rebel, and a still closer Slim Shady through at the rail. He's a length and a half from the lead. Utopian has 3.5 to come. Juniper Pass fifth and last, and now they pick up the pace, leaving the backstretch, and the pace is picked up by pace setter Acclamation. Acclamation goes to the quarter pole, and he is still solidly in front. 2 lengths over Slim Shady in second. Juniper Pass moves through at the rail. Utopian 5 from the California-bred Acclamation, trying to make it 3 in a row in the Whittingham, and he leads by 3 lengths. Slim Shady continues to run after him in second. Utopian has taken third. Acclamation, Slim Shady. Acclamation goes all the way to win.
Champion Acclamation takes the field gate to wire to defeat Slim Shady by a length. Patrick Valenzuela, the winning jockey, in 2:01 2. The 6th consecutive graded stakes victory for Acclamation, who was making his first start off an 8-month layoff. The Donald Warren trainee is 6 for 9 over the Hollywood Park turf course, including 3 consecutive runnings of the Whittingham Memorial. The 6-year-old horse by unusual heat was bred in California by Old English Rancho. The Eclipse Award winner as champion older horse of 2011, Acclamation has banked $1,778,000 for Peter and Mary Hilvers and Bud and Judy Johnston. Coming up, Sweet Redemption in the Belmont Stakes. Time now for the feature race of the week presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. It's the 144th running of the Belmont Stakes. With no Triple Crown on the line, thanks to the late scratch of I'll Have Another, Dullahan assumed the role of 5-2 favorite. Here's the call by Tom Durkin.
And they're off. Painter is the first away. Mike Smith sending him early on. Unstoppable You is also asked for speed as they move for the first turn. And My Adonis and Optimizer's up and on the pace today. Union Rags in behind them, running along in 5th. And then it's Dullahan who settles in 6th place early on. Adigan to his inside is now 7th. Then it's 5-16 Ravella's Boy, Guiana Star Dweej, and last early on here is Street Life. So just as he did with Bodemeister in the Derby and the Preakness, Mike Smith has now sent Painter to the lead. Painter is the leader by a length and a half. Optimizer in an unusual spot for him. He's now second, up close to the pace today. Unstoppable You runs along in 3rd place. My Adonis is rating along in 4th. And then it's Union Rags. The trouble-prone Union Rags is still on the inside. At this point in the Derby, he was 20 lengths off the lead. Now he's only 5.5 off the lead. Then Guiana Star Dweej, followed by 5-16. Then Adigan down toward the inside, Ravella's Boy. Long-legged Dullahan has only 1 horse beaten at this point. That is stretch-running Street Life. The opening half mile was 49 1/5 seconds. A pace that's very reasonable here. And so it's Painter in front here, in control, in the hands of Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. Unstoppable You now is coming after him midway down the backstretch run. Optimizer 3 lengths from the lead. Union Rags rides the rails 4th here with 5 furlongs to go. My Adonis acts to pick it up. And then it is Adigan, Ravella's Boy. Dullahan down on the fence, asks for more run. 9 lengths for the lead, 4 furlongs left in the Belmont. The mile was up in 1:38 flat, and Painter is trying to do it here, wire to wire. Unstoppable You. My Adonis is taking a run for the lead. Adigan takes to the outside. Union Rags is still only 3 from the front as they move toward the top of the stretch, and Dullahan is starting to uncoil that long stride of his, but he still has a lot to do. He's 6 lengths behind Painter as the field turns for home. Unstoppable You. Adigan there on the outside, and Union Rags is 4th on the rail, just 2.5 lengths from the lead with 1 furlong to go. Painter is still there. Smith imploring him for one more furlong. And here comes Union Rags unleashing a final furious rally to win the Belmont Stakes by a nose over Painter.
Union Rags gets through along the rail to defeat Painter by a neck with Longshot Adigan third. John Velasquez riding the water for the first time with the race 2:30-2. Union Rags regains the top form he displayed as a 2-year-old when he posted 3 wins and was second by a neck to champion Hansen in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. After opening the current campaign with a 4-length victory at the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth Stakes, the Michael Match trainee finished third as the odds-on favorite in the Grade 1 Florida Derby, followed by a troubled 7th in the Kentucky Derby. The colt by Dixie Union was bred in Kentucky by Phyllis Wyeth, who sold the Belmont winner for $145,000 as a yearling, only to buy him back for $390,000 as a 2-year-old. Union Rags has earned nearly $1,799,000 for Chad's Ford Stable. 3 graded stakes tonight at Churchill Downs, including the Grade 1 Stephen Foster Handicap. And fillies and mares in action at Hollywood Park on Sunday in the Grade 1 Vanity Handicap. We'll have those races plus the Colonial Turf Cup next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Adena Springs, BC2A Paste, Bevins Motor Company, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, GLC 5500, Gainesway, Keeneland, Lanes End, Malone's, OCD Pellets, Old Colony Insurance Services, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Spendthrift Farm, Thoroughbred Times, and Woods Edge Farm. Produced by John Henderson in association with Scott Ryan.